This is the village of Ampton, just outside Bury St Edmunds, and this is the church of St Peter's. The church is situated in a street or little lane of the village, and it's got houses close to it each side, which subsequently the churchyard is very small. It's got some large headstones and graves, but you can see that the churchyard only extends widthwise across here. A lot of the yard is left to nature, which is good.
Near this tablet rest the remains of Maria, the beloved wife of Augustine Page of this village, schoolmaster, and eldest daughter of Mr. Lionel Gowing, late of Ipswich.
It's a lovely headstone. There's headstones within the brambles there. The back of the church has got an extension that's been rendered over. This is a lovely, unusual grave with a cross built into the top. Double headstones here. Very difficult to read.
It's sacred to the memory of James Rickwood, who died February 1849, aged 72 years. Also of Mary, wife of the above, who died January 1853, 82 years.
And across the lane we can see the Jacobean Hall. I think it's Jacobean. I think it's Ampton Hall. Beautiful building. Beautiful. The churchyard is very small, but contains this large grave. Flint wall surrounding the churchyard. It's got a fairly large tower, square windows at the top. And here we go, we've got the compulsory wheelie bin. The porch has got a lovely window on the outside, and more graves here next to the entrance to the church. Lots of graves here at the side. I assume they've been moved over the years. There's houses backing right onto this church. And then at the back we've got a overspill, I guess. This is a secondary graveyard for the church, adjacent to fields, farmland. Get a good view here, an unusual view of a church with what looks like a Victorian tower with a number of extensions set right in the middle of a little village. Houses each side. Lots of headstones here that have been moved to the side. A window at the side there. It's actually got a clock. that's not working. Now that is unusual. I can only suspect that this church has the clock and some grand features such as this lovely window in the porch because it was part of Ampton Hall. But you can see the variation in the flint here where this tower was built, which I suspect this was erected in Victorian times next to what was an old, originally a medieval church. We're being watched. This porch is very old and got a real rustic charm about it. Got a ceiling that's been lined, and the walls look as if they've been unpainted and left for many years. Beautiful charm, but there's been repair work on this side. So obviously this church is cared for. And this window is plain leaded, as is this side. People have carved things here. And this church has got a key, and unfortunately it's locked, and it's locked with a modern Yale key. It's unusual. All the carvings and marks on these walls. And in the middle of the grass, in the middle of this, we've got a foot scraper. This is an unusual church with obviously quite a lot of history involved, and you can only just guess at it really. You can see windows have been added and doorways or other windows were bricked up, flinted up. Whether or not the churchyard originally had a larger area, I don't know. Unfortunately, it's not open. A little look through the window here. We can see the windows across the way there with some coloured shields on them. And the pews. Church looks very impressive inside. It drops down a lot by the look of it. It certainly would be a lovely church to see in. Another sweet little church with, I suspect, a lot to see. Quite impressive stained glass window at the back. I think this church is actually quite grander than it looks because of the fact that it was aligned to the big house opposite. Even on a dull, windy, miserable May day, it still looks very nice.